Been a while, and we have some juicy Matty Benedetto news to break down today.
Lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the...
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and today we will be talking about Matty Benedetto to the 21. I know there's a couple of days left, or late, but we still got to break it down because there's some pretty huge news, and I have probably some kind of radical opinions on this that you guys might think is a little bit over the top, but we'll get into that in just a moment. First of all, I want to thank you guys for sticking around, and thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys do enjoy, make sure you like, and if you guys are new, hit the subscribe button. And before we get into the video, I do have a word from our partners at NASCAR Talk America.
This video is brought to you by NASCAR Talk America. What is NASCAR Talk America, you might ask? Only the single greatest NASCAR Discord server ever. I mean, let's take a look here. We got our general chat here. We got, it's called the Talk Arena. You can talk about anything you want to hear NASCAR related, Monster Energy Cup, Xfinity Series, Gander Outdoor Truck Series, general chat. Then here we have question of the day, which I'm going to answer today's question. And today's question is, what is your favorite throwback paint scheme this year or in past years at Darlington? And I'm going to hit it up with a Jimmy Johnson. That 48 car looks so nice. I'm loving it. And there's that. You can see other people's responses, all of that stuff. All great stuff right there. Moving on down, here is where you get to see the standings in all three series, so you don't have to go to the actual internet for that. You can actually do it there. Here's where you see your NASCAR news. It's like all the time. Adam Petty here is reporting that juicy news and stuff. Here is where you guys can actually talk during the race, talk about the race, stuff like that related to the race. There you can talk in an actual voice chat. There's just a general voice chat. You can talk about other motorsports and sports. Here's where you can advertise your stuff, talk about NASCAR E3, and so much more. You guys got to go join it. The link is down below in the description, and I will see you guys there. It's pretty well common fact. I think everybody knows that Matty Benedetto is slated to drive the 21 car now, and that's probably the whole situation with Matty Benedetto, Eric Jones, and Christopher Bell has been the biggest story all year, and this has been definitely one of the biggest questions, especially after it was announced he would not be in the 95 team next year. Where would Matty Benedetto go? Well, he has now landed with Wood Brothers Racing, which a lot of people consider to be the fourth Penske car. I know the performance has not been there this year, but they also have Paul Menard, literally the most average driver in the history of NASCAR. Like, literally, this dude is this dude is literally so average, it's crazy. But Paul Menard stepped down. Respect earned for him for suggesting Matty Benedetto there. It looked like Wood Brothers had nobody else intended. There were people saying that after Paul Menard left, it was really considered that Paul Menard was going to leave next season, but he did not. He even said that he was going to race next year, but obviously that did not end up happening. And now we got Matty Benedetto in the car. But there were people that were questioning that maybe Austin Cindric would come up and replace Paul Menard in the 21. But obviously that has not happened yet. I don't think, especially if it's going to be next season, I don't think Austin Cindric is just quite ready for that yet, and maybe even by the season after that. But one thing you got to forget, this is not similar to that of the Joe Gibbs situation. Joe Gibbs has the problem that they don't have an extra car to put Matty Benedetto, Christopher Bell in, and they have to get rid of one to put them in the Cup Series. Penske still has one charter slot. They have 3 cars, and the Penske, Wood Brothers Racing is aligned with Penske, which then makes them the 4th Penske car. But if they were to, they have every right to go out, and I don't know what number would be off the top of my head. I can't remember. It seems like they had 4 cars at one point, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But the 4th car, they can put Austin Cindric or Matty Benedetto in the 4th car aligned with Penske. I think if Matty Benedetto is good enough in that 21 car next season, that will be the actual case. And then maybe they slide Austin Cindric into that 21. But just to keep in mind, Matty Benedetto and Penske, this is a different situation at Penske than it was over at Joe Gibbs. There's actually no spots open. I mean, technically they could open a second Levine car, but I don't think Levine was ready for that or will be ready for that in the near future. But that is the difference of the situations. Is there is a spot. They can still bring up Austin Cindric. They don't have to worry about holding Austin Cindric back if they feel like that's the problem. They can still have Matty Benedetto in the system and all of that. So that is a difference that needs to be pointed out. It feels like so long ago when Ryan Blaney was in that 21 car and damn near brought him to the Final Four. You know, went out and won at Pocono and really had a great playoff performance. It feels like so long, but it's only been 2 full seasons in that 12 car. Well, it has been 2 full seasons, but 2 seasons in the 12 car for Ryan Blaney, and just before that he was in the 21 and he was competing for a championship. And I think Matt Dibenedetto, we'll see with him, we will see a lot of the similar results, except I think we're going to see more wins. I think we'll see multiple wins next year. Penske is always pretty good at the super speedways. I mean, even Paul Menard went out there and led quite a few laps at a super speedway, and we already know that he was able to carry that 95 team that it was not on the level of Wood Brothers Racing at the beginning of the season, at least. He was able to carry them to lead the most laps in the Daytona 500, and I think he could do something very similar to that and maybe even go out and win a super speedway. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but win a super speedway race. And you know, Bristol's one of his better tracks, but I also think we'll see an improvement on the intermediate tracks, which has been Levine's Achilles heel, if you will. And I see this as a playoff team, and I don't see him as a championship contender, but would any of us be surprised really if he was able to carry that 21 team and sneak them into the playoffs? The difference between Levine Family Racing and Wood Brothers Racing is that Wood Brothers Racing is not changing anything. They can build on what they already have this season. Levine had a completely clean slate, and that over time, yeah, they were able to improve it. But Wood Brothers Racing, what they have now, they will just improve on already. They're not, starting off on a clean slate or anything like that. It's the same equipment they've been having, and they don't have to experiment or anything like that. They know what they're doing, and that is the main difference between these two teams. And we'll see how it goes. Maybe Penske gives Wood Brothers Racing a little bit more oomph because now they have an actual competitive driver in their system. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm definitely excited to see Matt Dibenedetto still in I was kind of nervous that he wasn't going to get any, competitive equipment, but clearly he's got it. He's got some competitive equipment in the Wood Brothers Racing, and it's a very historic association, and it'd be really nice to see Matt Dibenedetto get his first ever win, unless he somehow sneaks one out here at Talladega or Martinsville. But it's nice to see his first win be Wood Brothers Racing's 100th, I believe, is the milestone they're reaching. So that would be kind of storybook, if you will. That's all I got for today. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and comment down below your guys' thoughts and expectations for Matt Dibenedetto going into next season. Do you think this team can actually compete? Why is my mic so far? I'm sorry, y'all probably couldn't hear me very well there. I apologize. But do you think Matt Dibenedetto is going to go out there and, who knows, win a championship, pull an MTJ? Who knows? I'm not saying it's out of the question. I'm saying it's just not likely, at least in the first season. Maybe he moves on over to the Penske team. I don't know. We'll see how it all works out. But I'm just happy to see Matt Dibenedetto in a nice ride. Like I said, be sure to comment down below guys' thoughts and what you guys expect from Matt Dibenedetto. And that's all I got for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.